jacks, I'll be on my way. There's a roughneck party going down on ties. Bunch of backwoods boys chugging whiskey on ice. Just look up, can't you see the smoke? On some Indiana, she know how it goes. Bunch of Saturday nights throwing down in the stick, smoking like a shine steel, talking 100-proof shit. Kick it in a four-wheel like a second chance, slang it up until the sun rises. Just watch that smoke fly. This is how we do it in the 765, yeah. We slow down, you know who we are. Don't start your shit, 'cause we ain't calling the law. We was brought up to protect our own. Throw me my bitch, this is who we are. Bunch of Saturday nights thrown down in the stick, smoking like a shine steel, talking 100-proof shit. Kick it in a four-wheel like a second gen, slang it up until the sun rises. Just watch that smoke fly. This is how we do it in the 765.
This is who we are. We ain't changing. You won't take our freedoms. We'll die defending what's right. It's in our blood.
Bunch of Saturday nights throwing down in the stick, smoking like a shine steel, talking 100-proof shit. Kick it in a four-wheel like a second gen, slang it up until the sun rises. Just watch that smoke fly. This is how we do it in the 765. Bunch of Saturday nights throwing down in the stick, smoking like a shine steel, talking 100-proof shit. Kick it in a four-wheel like a second gen, slang it up until the sun rises.
Smoke fire.
This is how we do it in a 765, yeah!
There we go. Well, technical difficulties. Don't worry. What's going on, everybody? That is nice.
With a USB-C charger.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you kick off a fucking show right there. I love that damn song. That was actually in my earbuds, in my ear holes earlier when I was at the gym today. Anywho, y'all, welcome to Glick's House of Music. Happy Tuesday. Wow, we are still trying to get back on track from the last couple weeks. Been busy. Anywho, Glick's House of Music is part of the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, well, go ahead and give us a check out. Check us out. We are on all them socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Shows live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and now Rumble. We're dipping our toes into the Rumble watchers, if you will. So we are on Rumble as well. And you can listen to us any place, anywhere you listen to podcasts at, all at the Nonsensical Network, or simply go to that little link right down there, scrolling at the bottom of your screen, bio.link/nonsensical network. All them links are there, including links to our merch store. Yes, we have merch. And yes, we will be working on hats here very, very soon. So then we will have hats coming as well. Anyways, that song kicking off the show was by a kick-ass young man by the name of James Luker, and he's hanging out backstage, and I'm not going to make him wait any longer. We're going to welcome him back to Glick's House of Music. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good. I'm over here just like jamming away. My fiance walks in. I'm like, shit, now nothing wants to work.
Man, been there, bub. Been there.
What's
going on, Connor Myers? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? Oh,
Dude.
Man. It's good to have you back, man. I know last time you were here, we were having some technical difficulties, but, no worries. It happens.
Yeah, we here now. We got perfect connection. We all good now. No problems this time, hopefully.
Hopefully. Ed, you've been Beyonce walked in. If Beyonce walked in, I'd crack her in the head with a ball bat. I'm just saying.
For real, man.
Not a fan. Yeah, not a fan. And everybody should feel sorry for her. She didn't get a single nomination at the CMAs. Oh, boo hoo,
no, poor
Beyonce.
girl. Poor
you,
girl. She didn't
you
get a
got your
nominee yet.
you got your bleach blonde hair and your light skin coloring and your cowgirl hat. You look like every buckle bunny at every rodeo you've ever been to. Of course, you're not going to get nominated for that trash that you tried to call country music. Get the hell out of here. Jesus, your regular music is trash.
She walked into her fucking closet and she goes, "You know what, Jay-Z? This cowboy hat would sell records 100%." That's basically what happened. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, and it sold
Jesus,
records.
dude.
I mean, she did sell. I'll give her all the credit in the world. She's sold a fuck ton of records. But I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says, or anything like that. And I'm not the end all be all when it comes to country music. But that's not country music what she did.
No, not at all. Not
that
at
was.
slightest.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what you. I don't even know where you would classify that. I know where I would classify it. I would classify it with all the other music that sounds like that, and it's dog shit. So
Dude, it hurt my ears, man. It hurt my ears. Like I had to turn it off after a minute and 25 seconds.
I had to take a break. I had to take a break from TikTok. I had to get off of TikTok because every time you get on TikTok and scroll, every other video was somebody doing
Texas.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm done. I give up. I give up on humanity. I give up on the world. I'm going to go. For a while. Yeah, I'm just going to walk away before somebody's feelings get hurt.
I'll tell you what, dude. There's a song on my record that's coming out September 21st called "Until I'm Dead." I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna want to jam that shit at the gym. That shit's gonna hit you heavy. I should have been a cowboy. She should have stayed away. That's funny as fuck.
Speaking of the, you've been since you were here last. You've been a little bit of a busy guy. You had the what was it, the Redneck Olympics? Is that what it's called or something?
Yeah.
You look like that was a fun fucking show. I've seen pictures. Man.
Yeah, man, dude. Man, I brought up some fans on stage. We shotgun beers for the last song. Justin Time was there. I hung out with him, Colt Montgomery, and all those guys. Those guys were amazing guys. Brad, I can't say his last name right, but it's like something like Horigin or something like that. I can't say his last name right, but he runs the whole show. He did a really great job. We had some difficulties, but he did a great job, and he put on a really good event. Bobby, she's a girl. She's I think she's like a fucking horse runner. She goes around the country. It was her spot. She's a really sweet girl, very, very respectful. Me and her husband got along very well too. Him and I shoot shit for like an hour and a half after the show.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I seen some pictures and stuff over there, and I meant to grab this. I was going to put it up on the screen, but again, I got sidetracked. But whoever was doing the photography there, shout out to them because they got this fucking sick ass shot of you right there, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, that is.
I saw that. I went, holy
shot.
Shit. Yeah, dude. That was during Blacked Out. I think I was seeing Blacked Out, and I had to sing Crash and Burn. And the thing about it is that it was in a barn. It was like a really big barn, and all the dust flying up. So on stage, it's like really hot, dude. I couldn't breathe. So I had to get down on my knees and sing that, I'll just crash and burn. Fucking had to hold it there. And I was like, fuck, I can't breathe. It was bad. But it still went good, Bubba. It still went good.
Hey, it speaks volumes as an entertainer or an artist when you can battle through all the technical difficulties and like rain or dust and still get out there, sound issues, camera issues, whatever, get out there and still have fun and not let it get to you. Shut up, Connor, and be able to put on a good show.
Yeah, dude. And one time I threw up during 3 solos. I went backstage during a solo and threw up on 3 different occasions and didn't miss a beat. It was probably the hardest thing because like while I was singing, I almost threw up on the microphone. It was so bad, dude. Like it was a mixture of the heat. It was like 107 degrees out. This was last September, dude. I don't know why it was so hot here that day, but it was 107 degrees here. all the fucking cornfields and shit were just harvested around my area, so there was nowhere for the wind to blow, dude. It was just
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah.
And we was in the middle of an
Damn.
airfield, which was even worse.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, man, it was really bad. But I'd say that was probably the hardest one. But you know, the hotness, it was cool. You know, I drank Fireball, got me through it.
Yeah, oh yeah, that sounds like an amazing combination. I don't drink Fireball. A, it's disgusting. B, I just yeah, it's disgusting. I just don't like Fireball. But
Something that singers, a lot of artists don't know is that I like it, but here's the reason why I like it. I like it because I mix it with lemon iced tea, and it helps my throat out. It opens up my vocal cords and shit.
oh,
And
there you go.
yeah, dude, it helps me hit any note I want. Any note I can think of, I hit it.
Or you're so drunk that you think you're hitting the notes and you're not.
Exactly.
So it's a win. Either way, it's
Exactly.
a win-win for you.
Dude, I think I've been fucked up on stage a few times, but the one time, oh man, dude, I was in Anderson, South Carolina, and I didn't know I was performing. I was just there seeing my buddy. His name is Corey Stevenson. He was in Anderson, South Carolina, dude. He comes up and he goes, "So you come on stage to sing Bottoms Up with me?" I said, "What?" And dude, I was like 4, 5, 6 beers deep, like 4 or 5 shots of Fireball deep. I said, "Fuck it." So I go up there, man. I'm stumbling, dude. And I'm like, I can't hear myself sing. And I looked at the videos the next morning, and I was like, damn.
Man, I thought I was a real rock star. I was just a drunk asshole. It was 1 a.m. at the karaoke bar.
Pretty much. It was fucked, man. I was like, shit, that's bad.
That's awesome. That is.
Yeah, I got a lot of stories I can tell you, man. A lot of them.
You know, I've had some podcast nights like that. It's like Saturday nights where we're doing our wild show. Just the next day, I'm like, man, that was a great podcast last night. And then I turn it on and go, oof, about the 3-4 hour mark. I'm like, yeah, that was. We should have stopped 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And you say I'm a busy guy, dude. I tell you, man, there's always something going on with me, dude. Like there's always something, whether it be music or personal life or both. There is always something going on. I never stop, dude. Like I never stop. I sleep maybe 4 hours a night, dude. I never fucking stop, dude. And it sounds crazy, like, oh, you're young, and that's true. But like when I'm 30 or 35, you know, it's gonna start hitting me a little faster than it would hit other people.
Yeah, you know, I feel you on that. You know, I stay pretty busy between, you know, I still do the 9 to 5 gig and you know, do the work thing, you know, family at home, then the podcasting stuff. You know, I'm doing.
This couch is very uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, six shows a week now. So one of those shows is temporary. It's only for the football season, and then it's just like, yeah, now I'm going to start going to the gym, so that's add that onto my plate. And I'm wanting to get out and do more things in the community. I've got that bug bit me, you know, going out and getting to be with the Southern Outlaws band, and then last weekend getting to do the show live from a ex-throwing venue. Now that bug's bit me. Now I'm like, now I want to do more outside of the, you know, so it's like, yeah, I feel you on the being busy part.
Yeah.
Even at 42, almost 43, I still get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. So
and you can still keep going, man. That just says a lot about your character,
Yeah.
dude. You know, there ain't many people who can do what we do, man. You get up in the morning, you just go. Like as soon as you wake up, you just go. Enjoy your youth, make your youth. Oh, always. Yeah.
What's going on, Bathurst?
I feel like I've seen that guy before.
He pops in from time to time. He's a good friend of ours. He's online as well. He's doing he does AI music and inspirational stuff. He's a good guy. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't like to have a lot of downtime. You know, I have my downtime on Sundays and usually it's quiet here on Sundays. You know, I get one, you know, every other Sunday, nobody's here all day. It's just me Kids are at their mom's. My fiance's at work. So I just got to lay around the house. I play a little Call of Duty. Now football season's in full swing, so I'm watching football, screaming at my fantasy. I don't scream at my favorite football team anymore because after 40-plus years of being a fan of them, I just know that what I'm going to get with them. Now I get mad at my fantasy football team.
The Browns? Are you a Browns fan?
Yes, I am a Browns fan. Sunday was an absolute debacle.
Oh, yeah, it was, man. Oh, shit. Dude, I got a buddy, he's a Browns fan, too. I gave him so much. I'm a Colts fan.
They're going through a rough patch right now, too, so.
Yeah, I'm pissed we lost by 2, man. But I think we just got to get our defense going, that's all. Our offense is looking good. As
much as I hate to say this, well, I don't hate to say this part of it. And I've said this since we signed him. The Deshaun Watson deal was an absolute clusterfuck. They never should have done it. They should have spent, if they were going to spend that money, they should have given it to my guy Baker. Because you see what Baker did Sunday. 300 yards in the air passing, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Baker's locked in, dude. Baker's locked in, bro.
Yep. At this point, this is the point that I do hate to say. It's time to cut our ties and let J-Mo take over the team unless we find somebody better. I mean, it's sad that we have Jameson Winston that as a Browns fan, I'm like, I'll take him over Deshaun at this point.
Yeah, man. Deshaun needs to go back to getting fucking massages and shit, man. I mean.
Yeah, Rodgers looked pretty good in his first game in about 2 years, we'll say. But yeah,
he didn't tear his Achilles.
He got a little ring rust, but he'll be all right. No, I just sat here with I was watching the game Sunday, and it was just like, what in the hell is even happening right now? Like what is going on? But maybe this week will be better. No, as much as I don't like to admit it. Yeah, not as much as I don't like to admit it. Dallas does have a solid squad.
Yeah, but they can't seem to do nothing with it.
No, and that's the thing. You're going to win a few. You might sneak into the playoffs, and then you're going to get popped out real quick. So
I'm honestly worried about Philly. Philly's looking really good, dude. And they Saquon Barkley and fucking Jalen Hurst and dude, they're going to be hard to beat.
Barkley is a happy man that he's out of New York, and he's going to get the ball out. He's going to have I think he's going to have a phenomenal year this year. I said it at the beginning of the season, or right before the season started. I said that the NFC runs through San Francisco and Philly. At the end of the day,
pretty much, yeah. I want to see San Francisco win.
I do too. There's a lot of guys on that team that I like. I really like Brock Purdy.
Me too,
but there's
Brock
a lot of
Purdy
guys on that team.
I think, dude, honestly, when the draft happened 2 years ago, last year, I knew for a fact we should have took C.J. Stroud, dude. I was like, bro, C.J. Stroud's what we need. He's a pocket passer. He's accurate. He's quick thinking. We need him. Nope, Anthony Richardson. I'm like, fuck.
Son of a bitch.
But I'm okay with him. He's okay. I mean, whatever.
I mean, could have been worse. You guys could have got Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young's fucking terrible, dude. That dude is a bust, man. Bad bust.
Trash. You can't even blame Carolina. That's Carolina's trash. But Bryce Young is just
fucking terrible.
Just bad, just disgusting bad at the end of the day.
It's funny to watch this, right?
I mean, being on the outside looking in and knowing that my team's not the worst team in the NFL, it's fantastic. I got a couple buddies of mine and my nephew, they're diehard Panthers fans, and one of my buddies.
Pittsburgh won.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, I hate Pittsburgh.
They couldn't find the end zone to save their damn lives. And Boswell kicking everything under the sun. I'm like, geez. As far as fantasy goes, this was a week of kickers. There was a lot of kickers that were putting double-digit, almost 20 points up a game. There was a lot of them. I was like,
Because,
golly.
dude, quarterbacks these days are fucking trash. They're more worried about running than throwing.
Mm-hmm.
So it is.
So and it looks like Justin Fields is going to be starting again this week for Pittsburgh. So
Good, because Russell Wilson's trash.
yeah,
He's fucking awful, man.
Russ had a great career in Seattle, and then I was like, well, maybe it's not Russ, maybe it's Denver. Let's see how he does in Pittsburgh. But now, we're coming into week 2, and he might not play again. And if he misses another week and Justin performs, he might lose his starting gig. So
he's getting paid the most, and he's still getting paid from Denver, dude. He's good. He's set up. He doesn't have to fucking try no more.
Yeah, he don't have to do anything. You're gonna pay me millions of dollars just to sit here? I get to go home to Sierra every night? Yeah, okay. Life is terrible for us. Millions of dollars.
It's like all these people are talking shit about him. Like, I don't think he gives a shit, dude. Like, he's fine. Like,
Russ had a good career. I mean, he had a great career. He was great in Seattle, and he's getting up there in age, and he's falling off a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, he's still getting paid, and unfortunately, we all get old, and we all we all slow down. Some of us. I don't think there's any slowing down in my future until they put me in a grave. But
same here, man. Same here.
That's just my mentality and mindset. If I stop, then it's just like, what am I doing? My mind starts racing. The voices in my head start talking. I'm like, all right, nope, gotta go preoccupy myself and find something new to do.
Exactly, man. And I'm like, dude, I don't like to stop, man. I'm go type of person, dude. I like to just keep moving, man. I don't like to sit and dwell, dude. And when I do sit and dwell, it's like really, really bad, dude. Like bad. That's why I go to the gym twice a day. It keeps me from not feeling. I go home and I smoke some pot and eat some fucking food or whatever. If I'm feeling happy for myself, eat a fruit snack and some Fruity Pebbles.
There you go.
If I'm feeling good. Not too crazy. I'm boring outside of music, dude. I'm telling you. For real, man.
Hey, I'm with you, brother. Outside of podcasting, I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude that would prefer to sit on the couch and watch TV over anything else or play video games. So I feel you. Speaking of music, you got your this is your first album, correct? Or
yes, sir, my very first one.
Debut album coming out here in just a couple weeks, man. You ready? You honestly excited for that? Nervous?
Both. But I'm more excited to see the reaction channels and what they're going to do, because there's a song on there called Moods, and it's like very different, dude. It's something like, so I'll tell you the words. The hook goes, "I'm always ready for war, live inside my hell. I'm not the path you should choose. I'm here to settle the score. There's nobody else. Like, there's no one else. My trigger finger has moods," meaning that it's like a metaphor and more of just a statement. Like, I have moods. My moods control my trigger finger. So it can mean, if you're feeling hard on yourself, you want to do that, you don't want to. That's why there's nobody else around, like when you're locked into that moment, dude, it's like there's no one else around you and you're just there, and that song is more about mental health and everything. It's, for me at least, and it's about just being ready to take on anything at the same time. It's like, I might be down, but I'm still ready for fucking war, And the verses, you guys don't know what's coming for the verses. I'll leave that up for y'all. But the verses, they're different. They're very different.
Nice.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to brush up my or get on my reaction game, because I know you and I talked about that after the last time you were here, and
you need to be a reaction channel too. You need to. That's what I'm saying, dude. I think you would be a great reaction channel. I know you would be, 100%. Keys in the way.
I'd be too brutally honest. Somebody would get real butthurt.
Fuck them, dude. I've had reaction channels tell me I suck.
Yeah, I had an artist reach out to me. Nice guy. nice guy, you know, but music just isn't his. Music just isn't his thing.
Is it somebody I know?
No. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. This is random. And I tried very politely to be like, yeah, you know, it's just not the style I'm looking for, you know, as far, you know, and then he kept, then he got a little agitated, and I'm like, look, dude, like I was trying not to hurt your feelings, but your music is trash, and you got a whack ass voice. I'm not gonna bring you up on my show because I'll be 100% honest. What's gonna happen? I said, my chat box is probably gonna start making fun of you, and if they don't, I'm definitely gonna make fun of you, bro. I'm like, I like
they don't. I'm definitely going.
Yeah. I was like, I'm trying to be nice here, man. But I was like, and it's not a lack of talent or anything like that. It's just a lack of effort. I think if you put some effort into it, you know,
what you're talking about. I have an idea.
I would be surprised if he did, but he's a good guy. He's a nice guy at the end of the day. I might bring you. I might be like, hey, come up on the Saturday night show and hang out. You know.
Yeah. And dude, honestly, next year, like I told you before we went live, I'm going to be going on tour next year, dude. So I know for a fact when I hit Ohio, I know we're going to in Ohio, dude. You definitely should come to the show, dude. I'll let you get backstage with us and hang out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I will 100%. You let me know when and where and in advance, and I'm 100% there, man. I'm definitely. I know we can't divulge too much info on that yet, but
we'll have but.
When we can, James will be back on the show, you know, but I will 100% be at the Ohio show. You know, I'm like I was telling you backstage, there's not a lot of albums that I look forward to by a lot of artists. I do look forward to new music from them, but it's like sometimes, like you said it, you have no fillers. Sometimes they just throw songs on there that, why'd you do this? You're better than this. But I do look forward to the music. I am 100% looking forward to your album because your voice, the way you sing, the way you write, it's right up my alley. It's gritty, it's raw, it's real. And I
appreciate that.
And it hits. And when I'm at the gym, I'm like, what the fuck? The last couple of days at the gym, I'm like, let me go ahead and get that on the playlist real quick. Give me that 765 or Outlaws or something.
Yeah,
real quick,
dude. I'm telling you, man. Sorry, go ahead.
And we've played Blacked Out on, and that's one of my favorites as of right now. We played that quite a few times, and our viewers they like that one too. I'm like,
oh yeah, I love that.
That's a great song. Is that one Johnny Cash line gets me every damn time.
Hey, Bubba, right here, man. I tell the truth. And you know what, man? I'll tell you the backstory. I know I made a video. I don't know if you watched it or not. It didn't get that many views, but I made a video about 90%
of the views are me. I've watched it several times.
Oh, I'm talking about the video where I was explaining what the words were behind it and everything.
I haven't watched that yet. I just seen it today, so I will definitely be watching that video.
And like this that song was more about, all right, so me and my girlfriend had a really bad fight one day. And I went to the bar and I was drinking Jack Daniels and listening to Johnny Cash, like, you know, whatever. And I go home and she goes, I remember she said this to me, and this is what really made me like stop going out to the bars as much too. She was like, every time we have a fight, you go out to the bars, and that scares me because, you know, you could get blacked out and do something stupid, you know. And that fucking right there, it rung a fucking bell in my head. And I wrote the song in like a day and a half, and I took it to Jay and we mastered it in 3 days. I got this whole record done in 2 months. I worked endless hours, dude. I have so Jay Bell's, he's the lead singer for 7 Days Away. Also, he's a singer for Heartbane as well, his new band. And he's the reason why I am the way I am today. He picked me up, took me under his wing, and he taught me how to produce, mix, master, basically 10 years of knowledge in 3 years. Nice. I have my own clients I produce now and everything now, and I can charge $30 an hour, make a quick $120 in a couple hours, you know, if I need it really bad, or he's given me a lot of knowledge to the point to where I can do everything on my own now. I don't need nobody's help. I
Hell
like
yeah.
to keep Jay with me. But as far as business and anything, dude, I can do it all on my own. I don't need a manager. I don't need anything. I do all on my own, all of it. And
That's
because
awesome.
Jay, I'm very
man,
lucky, man.
and that's the cool thing is when a young artist can find somebody that'll mentor them and actually take the time to teach you.
Exactly.
And that way,
I challenged him so many times, dude. Let me tell you something, man. I've done a lot of fuck shit, and he's always, dude. I'm like he's like my big brother, dude. Like my big brother. He's in prison. Him and I don't really know each other that much, but Jay he is my best friend, dude. He just turned 40 this year, and he is my best fucking friend, dude. He's taught me how to business. He's taught me side hustles, producing. He's taught me how to sing better. The writing came naturally. He never taught me how to write, but he kind of he gave me a study guide, and I chose to read it. That's basically the way I can put it. Yeah. And
he gave you the tools you needed. Exactly. Like building a house. You got to have the proper tools to build a house, and he gave you those tools and gave you a little gentle nudge in the right direction. So
exactly, man. Because when I met him, dude, I was a mess, dude. I was all strung out on fucking pills and alcohol and all this shit, dude. And he drugged me out of it, dude. And when I moved to North Carolina last year, I got back on Adderall for a while, and I made a choice to go home and get clean. And my old manager went around and she started talking all this shit about me, and she got me kicked off a lot of big shows. I really don't want to say what show, but there was a really big show that involved Ryan Up Church that I was supposed to open up for him for, and she got me kicked off of that show. And she was going around saying all this stuff about me, and her and I came to a conclusion that we're okay now. We can coexist or whatever.
yeah.
But when I got home, I was lost, dude. Like I was very lost. I had no friends, nothing, and I got clean on my own. I didn't go to rehab. I locked myself in the basement. I took edibles every day, and I just fucking let go. And I've been almost a year clean since. So, December 6th.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I picked up myself from the bottom, man. I see a lot of people who fall, and some come to me and they ask me, advice or whatever, and I'm no one to get advice from, but the only thing I can do is speak from experience and tell you that nothing's impossible. I should be dead right now. There's so many times where I've died twice from alcohol poisoning. I've had alcohol poisoning 7 times. I should have overdosed on pills. There's so many times where I took pills, dude, where I thought I was going to die and I didn't. And now I'm just a pot smoker. I like my pot, I don't really drink that much. I like my weed, and I just, whatever. So
just got to do my thing. That's the thing, man. That's like, we do the Men's Mental Health podcast over here on Mondays, and that's what we talk about. We're not experts. We're not telling you how to live your life. We're just sharing our experiences because, like you said, in all honesty, my ass should not be here today. I don't understand why or how I am, but I am. So there's a cause and a reason for everything, I guess. What up, Jeeves?
Exactly.
So, oh, geez. What up, Jeeves?
What up? Man,
So,
this couch is killing me right now. Fuck. It's all jacked up. Oh, dude, my mom. Let me show you this, man. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a mama's boy, dude. I love my mom to death. I'm in her house right now. Like I said, that's the only place I can get like connections.
yeah.
But she paints. My mom is a great painter, dude. Look what she painted me. Look at this.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
I know, dude. She did that by hand, dude. By fucking hand.
You gotta get that on a shirt or something.
Oh, I'm going to, man. That's going to be my new logo. That's like an idea of my new logo, but dude, this is fucking beautiful. And she's still not done with it yet, she said, but when I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
My mom was a badass, bro. For real.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a mama's boy, man. I was when my mom was still alive. If she was still alive today, I probably probably still would be a bit of a mama's boy. And like I said, I'm in my 40s. So.
I got you, bub. And you know, man, me and my mama, we've been through some shit together, dude. Like we both have always stuck together. And when I moved away last year, she was hurt about it, but this time she knows I'm leaving again, and she knows that like I'm okay now, you know, and she's okay with it, you know. And my mother's very happy now, and that's why I feel like it's good for me to go now. She's very happy. She has nothing to worry about. Her kids are grown. She has her own place now. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. I mean, I'm sitting on her couch and there's fucking makeup everywhere. I'm not shitting you.
Nice.
I'm not shitting you. I have you propped up on one of her monster cans.
Nice. Mama's over there living her best life. That's all that matters.
Exactly, man. That's all I wanted for her was to live her best life, man.
Yeah,
she is. You know.
And then you know when you blow up and you get big, you'll be able to spoil mama down the road. You know.
Oh, you already know. She's getting everything. She's getting everything. She's getting the fucking world, dude. She's that with my ass, dude. I got arrested when I was a teen for fighting and shit. I sold moonshine in school. I ran from the cops multiple times and shit. I was telling teachers to fuck themselves and everything, dude. Dude, I was fighting and everything. I didn't give a shit when I was a kid, dude. I'd go to school. I put Jim Beam in my coffee and I'd get like fucking sent home or suspended. Dude, dude, I'll tell you, I don't know how she put up me and my brother, dude, but she did.
Hey.
She's a strong woman.
Hey, you know, that's the thing about moms, man. They're built different. Moms are built different, you know.
My mom was born a bonfire.
Yeah.
Whooped my ass with a belt, dude. She got me a lot of times growing up.
That's my mom had a line she used to tell me because shit, I was 12 and I was bigger than my mom. And she used to tell me, she said, I don't care if I got to get up on a chair with a big stick and I'll beat your ass. I don't care how big you get. And I believe her too.
Yeah. Dude, mamas are crazy, man. Now, like these new generation of parents, dude, it's like, smack your child, you know? Like, I'll tell you what, when I have kids, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I'm gonna whoop my child's ass if he or she needs a fucking ass whooping.
Yeah.
Now, if I have a little girl, I'll leave that up to Jaden. Now, if I have a boy, man, that motherfucker's gonna be tough. I'm gonna make sure of it. Because, like, dude, I came from nothing, and I've kind of built myself into. I'm known a little bit. I'm not like famous. I'm just a little bit known. You know, I came from nothing. I've been homeless. I've had no money in my pocket. You know, addicted to shit. Fucking all this stuff, dude. I've been through hell and back, been drugged through the mud, but I'm still here, you know? Still here. And that's what this record's really about, dude. That's why I chose Cut From This Cloth as the title track and the song. Because you don't know if you're cut from the cloth I'm cut unless you've been the same amount of shit I've been through, like I'm sure you've been through, or and millions of other folks, you know, and that's why this record would relate to them 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people say it all the time, you know, and I know it's kind of become cliche. You know, you don't know another person's story. You don't know what they've been through. Think about what you think about your actions and your reactions, because you don't know what that person's been through that's looking, you know, for all all you know, they've been spending the last 3 years looking down the barrel of a gun, you know.
Exactly,
so,
man.
Yeah,
exactly.
You never know where they come from or anything like that. And you know, I know I was a loose cannon when I was younger. Even when I was a little bit older, I was a bit of a loose cannon and a wild card at times. And it's just like, man, I look back on some of that crazy shit and I'm like, oh Lord, I should have been locked up, beat down, put 6 feet under, you know.
but the people, like people like you and myself, when we get past all that, like for instance, I found ways to channel my anger problems, which was the gym and pot and music. Yeah. And you know, once those kind of people like you and I become better, dude, we're really good people and we're strong headed and we know that we can take on anything. So we done been through much worse shit, you know, like for instance, if I'm down and out and I'm broke, you know, I'm like, I've been here before. I can get the fuck back out of it. Ain't hard. We got it, you know? And I sit there and I'm like,
There's times when you're like, man, knocked down, but hey, I've gotten up before. What stopped me from getting up this time around? Yeah, what you said
Exactly.
something a while back. You said something a few weeks back on one of your stories or a post or something like that. And I was like, this kid's gonna go far. This kid's gonna blow up. You said, I guarantee I'm gonna be the most popular or the most famous independent
I remember
artist
that post.
ever. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. I like the confidence. I
And
like the
I'm
arrogance.
saying that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the biggest. I will say right now on your network right now too, and for everyone watching, I'm going to be, mark my words, I'm going to be the biggest country rock singer the world has ever seen independently, and no one is ever going to be able to touch what I'm going to do. And I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm saying that because because when I'm dead and gone, I want people who's coming after me to have that same fucking confidence. And if they can see that I did it, they can say, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go out there and get it too. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do just like James Luger did. And that's what I want kids to say about me. Like when I say, let's say Elvis, I look up to Elvis a lot. I look up to Upchurch a lot. I look up to Waylon, Hank Jr., especially Hank 3. You know, yeah. I look. That's honestly another reason why I did heavy metal for a little bit. I did a song called Last Hope. I did a song called Counting My Days. And I like the genre hop a little bit, and that's kind of what this record showcases is me. It's still all country music, but it's like country music in a different way. And that's, I want to create my own genre. And this album is the start of that new country genre.
Nice.
I like to call it roughneck country music.
There you go.
Country music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it that's exactly, put into words. Yeah, that's exactly 100% what it is, and that's what I said. I like it. I like the grittiness. I like the rawness. I like the realness, and for me as a being on the outside looking in as a fan, I like your voice is perfect for it. Like I like that gravelly kind of rock sound. There's some artists out there that I really like. Matt James, the lead singer of Blacktop Mojo, he's got a voice like that.
Oh yeah, dude. I met Blacktop Mojo.
Oh, have you?
Cool as fuck. They're cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I met them in North Carolina last year, actually.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
good.
They're good guys. We've had Matt on the show. We actually when we first very first, I'm a huge fan of Blacktop Mojo, so when we had them, when we started the podcast, I knew I wanted to do breaks and have break music. And I was like, I'm going to go out on a limb and reach out and see if it's cool if we play their music. Didn't think I would hear back from them. And it was less than 5 minutes. Matt hit me back up on Instagram and he was like, hey man, yeah, play the hell out of it. Appreciate you for wanting to use our music, show us some love. I said, oh yeah, we'll absolutely shout you out. And for about the first 2 years solid, that's all we played was Blacktop Mojo.
Love Blacktop Mojo, dude. Their cover of Dream On was fucking incredible, dude. That's the first time I heard from them. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
the first song I heard was their cover of "In the Air Tonight" in the at the distillery
in the barn.
Yeah,
that's fucking dope, dude. That was dope.
It just randomly popped up on my YouTube. I was listening to music, and I was like, whoa. I was in the garage drinking. I think I might have been streaming on Periscope or something at the time. I was like, who the hell was that? So I had to run back over to my YouTube and find them. And then I went to their channel. And then, of course, the next thing I listened to was Dream On. And I've been hooked ever since. But yeah, we've played their music since day one on here. We've had Matt on. I went and seen them in concert. Been about 2 years ago now. They were up here in Columbus, and I went and seen them. But want to get them back on. They're busy guys, and Matt said they would love to come back on and do this show with me. They just got to wait until they have a break in their schedule. So, but great guys. Matt's probably one of the nicest guys out there that I've ever got the chance to talk to, and looking forward to definitely having them on here again and getting to hang out with them, because the last time we were having some technical difficulty issues and he was on the tour bus, so the signal wasn't the greatest, but
that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to reset my phone. There we go.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite bands out there, and they got that nice rock, country, blues sound to them. So they were actually up here not too long ago, and I didn't even see it until the day before. And unfortunately, I had plans.
I actually, oh, dude, I don't know if I can say this on here now, but y'all ever heard of Cody Davis?
I think I have heard that name. I might have come across
that song "Pipeline Trash."
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have. Yeah,
I hit him up on TikTok, bro, and I'm already working on my next record, dude. Him and I are doing a song together.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
dude. I
awesome.
grew up in high school listening to him and Charlie Farley, and I was like, dude, no fucking way. He wants to do music with me. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's fucking run it. I'm down.
Yeah, let's go, man. Hell yeah. That's
I've
fucking
met a
awesome.
lot of my idols doing this. I've hung out with Three Doors Down. I hung out with Candlebox, Josh Owens from Moonshiners. He actually, I can't say that on here. He gave me some stuff that was really good, which is it was moonshine, but he gave me other stuff. Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he allegedly gave me other stuff. Another band I recommend you should have on your podcast, dude, is Ashes and Arrows.
Okay.
Now, yeah, they're from Black Mountain. I hung out with John. He's one of the singers. They're actually in the finals of America's Got Talent right now. And
nice.
yeah, and I doubt John remembers me, but you should definitely hit them up. They have a song called "On the Run." It's their biggest song. It's a badass song. I would definitely check it out.
Write this down here on my little ramblings of a madman notepad here, so I don't forget them.
And like I said, man, I doubt John. He's the one with the big ass beard. He got like a fucking Viking beard type thing going. And,
nice.
He's a good dude, man. He gave me a lot of advice, and he, like I said, he probably don't remember me, but you should definitely hit them up, dude. They're really good people, and they're very honest people, and they're really a great band to talk to. We need more country bands, in my opinion. I'm a single artist. But I feel like it'd be cool to have more country bands come in. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, no, we kind of, and I know I'm a little bit old school. I might be the old grumpy man on the porch yelling at the kids to get off my lawn, but we've lost the good country music in general, whether it be the artist. There are a few artists that have come out in the last few years that are really good that I do like. But yeah, like you said, we don't really have those bands anymore like we used to have back in the day. Yeah,
we don't have any authenticity is what the problem is too, man. Like, there's a reason why I don't fuck with mainstream artists no more. I don't fuck with mainstream at all. I've turned down 3 record labels this year. I don't fuck with labels. I've had an opportunity to get vinyls into Walmart, not Walmart stores, but on their website and on their Target website, whatever. And I'm not going to say the record label name, but their record label out of Kentucky. And they offered us a really shit deal. It was like 70-30, and I still had to pay for the vinyls to be pressed and everything. And I was like, fuck you guys.
I'm good. Yeah.
And they also wanted a piece of my catalog that they didn't help fucking create.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you guys. No way. We can get you on tour. Well, guess what? I just got on tour for next year by being an independent artist. So you can do anything you want. I'm sorry. I'm trying to set up my phone.
No, you're fine. I understand the struggle when you try to use the phone.
My stupid ass friend, not really a friend no more, broke my fucking tripod while we was at the show. So,
oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, not only that, but I think that's the really cool thing about you being independent and other independent artists like you is because you stay true to who you are and you stay true to your music. And unfortunately, 100%. Once you get into especially the bigger labels and you get into the studio, they start changing it up and with AI and everything like that. All of a sudden your song 765, which if you're from any rural small town in America, you could throw your own area code in there and still sing right along, because when I sing along to it, I throw in 740 because that's where I'm from. But that's a way of life where I'm from. So, I relate to it. But next thing you know, you go in there and they're going to put drums behind it and and a piano or something and turn it more top 40 pop shit. Is to be like, yeah, that's not
That's
really
not
what
my
I was
thing.
trying to do.
The thing about it is, in some of my songs on there, like I think, fuck, let me try it. One song, "Cut from This Cloth," that has a little bit of a trap beat, but it's not a trap beat. I have real drums playing on top of a trap beat, so
Mhm.
it just feels the percussion more. It gives it more of the old school and a new school feel, along with like a flowy feel. Like that is my favorite song off the record, dude. 100%, hands down, my probably my favorite, one of my most favorite songs I wrote, honestly.
Yeah.
And the words in it, dude, I think the words in it, I just expressed about the top people I am, and you know what, like how we operate. What are we? How do we live our life day to day? And I wanted someone who's maybe an outsider looking in, who isn't cut from the same cloth we're cut from, to understand us a little bit more, instead of thinking we're all
Yeah.
just drug addicts and fucking alcoholics.
Right.
um, there's a line in there that goes, I love the line that says, "It runs through my veins like a THC buzz, rolling in my lane. Somebody does it like us." Now that's like a play on words, yeah.
Yeah.
I think weed needs to be mentioned more in country music, and I'm a big pothead, so this record has a lot of THC references in it. So,
We've
I had
never
to put
had
that up
anybody
there.
that was a giant stoner in country music ever. I mean, not like Willie Nelson ever did it.
Like Willie Nelson. Here's the thing: he's only known for just being a pot smoker himself. His music is known, but it's not known for being pot, like talk about pot. He's a
No, he
pot
just had it.
smoker, but he just wrote music. I feel like,
Yeah.
me
He had
personally, if I'm going to give you guys exactly who I am 110%, you have to know that, like, I'm gonna put it all in my music. I'm not gonna
yeah.
write a song for a specific thing. I'm gonna write a song because I felt it and I felt every word I wrote.
Yeah.
And if I don't feel it after I record it, I scrap it. I have so many scrap songs on my phone, I can't even tell you about it. I mean, I
those are
got
those are
like,
those are those are songs that a year or two down the road you might come back to them and go, if I move this around like this or I reword this, and then next thing you know, you have your next hit or your next single because you just change it around a little bit. You're feeling a little bit different from when you originally wrote it. And
I actually have an idea about that, and it's going to sound crazy, but I have this little mini project, not really a mini project, but side project I'm working on, called the Afterlife Projects.
mm,
So all of these songs, like my scrap songs and other songs I don't feel like putting out, they're all going to come out album by album every year after I'm dead. That way, my children's children are still getting paid,
there
and they're
you
still,
go.
yeah. So
Nice.
and the albums are going to be called Afterlife Project 1, 2, 3, and so on. So the goal is to record, once I get a little bit more established. The goal is to start recording an album of the Afterlife Projects every year from the time I'm 25 until I'm dead. So I should have about 30 years of albums to drop after I'm dead. So that way my legacy don't die, my last name don't die, and my kids, they're still fed, and my kids are still fed.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean, it's a hell of a goal to set, man, and can't be
I'm
mad at it.
crazy, man. I'm
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
yeah, you can't be mad at wanting to set a goal like that. I mean,
I want to be the best, dude. I want to
yeah,
be the fucking I want to be the Ryan Upchurch of independent music after he's gone too. Like,
yeah,
I want to be the biggest. I said that wrong, but like what I mean is I want to be up there with Upchurch. I want to be like
yeah,
someone hears a hard rock country music song, they immediately think about James Luker. You
yeah.
know, like you hear a country rap song, you immediately think Ryan Upchurch, right? Like
Hmm.
let's say you hear Adam Calhoun song, bro. Upchurch did a song with Calhoun. What's that song called? Die Tonight. Let's go check that out real quick.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean? Like, I want someone to turn on a hard rock country music song, and go, bro, James Luker, if he was on this track, it would have been so like that. It sounds a little bit selfish or a little bit narcissistic, but in my opinion, that's me knowing I made a mark on the industry, and
yeah.
like no one's ever gonna be able to fucking erase that mark because it's written in pen. you know?
I feel you. I feel you on that because I've said it several times. And call it cocky, call it arrogance, call it having a big ego. With this podcasting thing, I want my name mentioned up there with Joe Rogan. When people say Joe Rogan, I want them to think of Glick as well, in the same circle, if not better.
Exactly.
I make the claim all the time I'm better than Joe Rogan now, but
Joe talks about the same shit nowadays, man. It's always about the same shit nowadays.
Yeah. Joe
Fucking aliens and shit.
Yeah. Joe got his money now. I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Rogan, never have been, but I can respect the man for his work. He
100%.
he is. When you think podcasting, one of the first, I don't care who you are, one of the first names that come to your mind.
Joe Rogan and Logan Paul.
Yep. And I want to be up there. I want my name mentioned right along with Rogan.
And you will be. And you will be.
Yeah, no, that's kind of, like you said, we stay busy, stay on the grind, and I'm constantly coming up with new ideas and new things to do and try, and some are a hit and some are a miss. If I can steal that from my good friend Leggy.
I've had a few songs, dude. I had a song I dropped about almost 3 years ago. It was my very first hard rock country song, and I did it with Jay Bales. And I thought it was going to blow up, and it didn't. But 2 years later, it got some traction. But another song I didn't think would ever blow up was a song called "Ramblin' Outlaw." I wrote it.
I love that song,
dude. You don't want to know how I wrote that song. All the words you hear, all the words you hear in that song are mushroom trip thoughts.
Oh wow! I'm nice.
Dude, I wrote to the visions I was having in my mind.
That's crazy.
And I wrote that song, and then it blew up. It's sitting at I think on YouTube, it's got 45,000 views now, I think. And
nice.
That's a song that kind of put my name out there a little bit, and I didn't expect that. I did not expect that song for once. I was just tripping balls on mushrooms in my basement one day, and I was just writing these to my buddy. And I had this hook that I was just hitting these 4 chords, I'm like, bro. I brought it to Jay the next day, and I sang it for him, and he came up with the picking idea, and then we just put it all together, dude, and became Ramblin' Outlaw. It's crazy. Hell yeah! Man.
No, that is one of those songs that I love. That song. It's a kick-ass song.
When I was young. I was young, dude. I was 19 years old when I recorded that song. 20, I think.
You're still young, bro. Calm down.
I know, man, but my voice wasn't as mature back then. I feel like I should pre-mastered it.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm old enough to be your daddy, so you're still young.
Yeah, dude, I don't feel young though, man. I feel old on the inside. I'm so old on the inside, dude, that I can't really get along with people my age. And the only people who I can get along that's my age are people like me. I can't hang out with these popular kids who go to college and shit. I went to fucking Oxford, Ohio, and there's this place called what's that fucking called? New Miami or whatever.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio.
Yep. Yeah, Brick Street. I went down there and I was partying with these college girls and college people and shit. And oh man, dude, I got a little too fucked up, man. I was drinking Jack Daniels, and I had I finished up a triple Jack or whatever, 3 of them. And I went out there with my boys, and I was drinking a bottle Coors Light, and we was in a fucking alley. And for some reason, I looked at them. I said, "Rock and roll ain't pretty," and busted it on the ground. and then I thought they was walking behind me. We was walking to the bar. Next thing I get a call, and they're like, "Bro, there's people out here trying to fight your boy right now." So I fucking run over there, and now they don't want to fight no more. They had my boy surrounded. He's 5'6", not a fighter. But when my fucking 6'2" fucking muscled ass walked over there, no one wanted to fight because they're pussies and they're rich kids and they don't want to. They want to be big and bad to a sheep, but when a fucking wolf comes, they don't want to fuck with them.
Yep.
That's how it is.
That's kind of like the story of today, man. Everybody's tough when they got that keyboard in front of them. I say it all the time. Back in my day, because I'm old, you had to talk shit to somebody's face. and you might get punched in the mouth for it. You know?
Exactly. That's still the morals I live by today, man.
Yeah.
Like, no one, dude. I let a few people go with it because to be honest, I have a lot more to lose now, so I have to be like careful with what I do now and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, dude, there's some times where I'm just like, I will rip your fucking face off, like, like
So,
in the. Sorry, go ahead.
no, if you only knew the thoughts that were going through my head right now. Yeah.
Well,
People are yeah, it's I don't go out to the bars too often these days, and when we do go to the bars, it's like when we're back home with my fiance, she's got her usual stop, her usual places where everybody knows everybody, and for the most part everybody gets along, and if we go out around here, we're usually meeting up with a couple friends in the same couple places, and it's just like I just don't have the time or the patience or whatever you want to call it to go clubbing and bar hopping like I used to, because man, these young Thundercats these days, man, they think that life is like a video game. You're not gonna respawn if you get your head stomped into the sidewalk. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, there's nobody's coming through with a med pack to patch you up, and you're gonna get right back up at the end of the day.
Exactly, like this ain't COD, bro. This is real life.
This is real life at the end of the day, man. But now, I love, like I said, confidence, arrogance, ego, whatever anybody wants to call it. It's one of those things I love about you, man. And it reminds me a lot of myself, because I have that same mentality. Like, I'm going to be big. Like, this one way or another, this podcasting thing is going to be huge. And people are going to mention my name, or, hell, I might even be coming out on tour with you sometime to MC a show for you.
I'm actually serious about that, man. I like you. I'll be real. I've dealt with, I've been on a couple other podcasts and been asked questions, and dude, they ask me the most generic fucking questions every time, dude. I'm just like, dude, have a conversation with me, man.
Yeah,
quit asking me like the same old bullshit questions. And when I do answer them, they tell me to keep it short, so I can't even go into detail about the question. So I'm just like, you let me talk. You let me have the floor when I'm talking about stuff. Like you let me explain in detail, and I can't say how much I appreciate that. And you and this radio station up in Brooklyn, no, the Bronx, New York. There is these. I'm really good friends with them now. I forget their names, but they hit me up to this day. But they let me on their podcast, and these guys, they're like, it's not me being racist, it's me explaining them. They're black, dude. Like they're one of those like hood like motherfuckers. I'm nice. The first country singer they brought on, dude.
Nice. That's cool.
What I did. I still have it to this day. Guess what I did, bro? I talked to them about the rebel flag and what it meant to me and everything. I explained to them about what the collars meant, what the stars meant, everything, the border, everything. And they actually understood what I was saying. And they told me afterwards they respected me for taking my beliefs on their show. And they were always going to jam my shit. And my music gets played on the radio in New York now. So,
hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, no, when I started, when I originally came up with this show here, it was like, I'm just gonna, I ultimately always knew that I wanted to do interviews, and I wanted to focus on up and coming artists, local artists, and stuff like that. But I didn't want to do the same boring run of, obviously we do ask the questions, but I word them a little bit differently, like
exactly.
When'd you start? How do you write music? Blah, blah, blah. But I word it differently and I wrap it into the conversation. But I knew that I was like, I don't want to do the same boring shit. And that's how I run it across to everybody. I'm like, it's not really so much of an interview as much as it's just we're hanging out.
Talk. Yeah,
we're
having a talk. We're having a conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out, shoot your shit.
That's how it should always be, because, like, man, I see these other, like, these fucking mainstream pussy artists, dude. Like, honestly, man, I'll be real. I like Hardy's music, okay, but I just don't like how he is, because you can tell like he's real, but he's not real anymore. Like he was real at one point. He still has it in
Yeah.
him, but like this motherfucker's wearing eyeliner now.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that? And then when they cut Morgan Wallen's hair and gave him a fucking cop mustache, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Like,
mainstream, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you're gonna bring somebody up, bring someone up like Austin Snell. That dude's a bad motherfucker. Bring up Austin Williams. Fucking badass. Bring up Brian Martin more. Brian Martin's a bad motherfucker, dude. Like, bring up all of these real artists who write their fucking songs. Quit bringing up these people who are generically AI generated pieces of shit. Like, come on. Now, Post Malone, I respect Post Malone because Posty, he started as a country singer and a metal singer, and he writes all the songs. No complaint about Post Malone. I actually accepted Post Malone in the country music scene. I like him.
Yeah, I like Posty. I liked him before. You know, there's a lot of artists out there like that. You know, you look back at like Kid Rock. His first album was an underground rap album.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, he does this rock thing and he blows up. But he never forgot where he came from because you listen to his albums, he still likes to throw in some of the rap stuff, and he dabbled in country. You know, a lot of people forget that about Kid Rock. It was like, yeah, Kid Rock was a scrawny white rapper from Michigan. You know,
exactly, dude.
He just didn't blow up like M did. Instead, he went a different route, but still, you know, still dabbled with the rap and the rock, and then got into country. And I mean, I ain't mad at Kid Rock for his journey down the music road, so to say, and for what he's accomplished. But yeah, no, I do like Post Malone. I liked him before he started doing the country again, and then when I'm a little bit overseeing him like at the Grand Ole Opry and everything like that, but I'm not mad. I'm not like overly upset. But the Grand Ole Opry thing, it used to be an honor and a privilege, and now
they just let everybody on.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah. I've been on Grand Ole Opry. Well, so has that yodeling goofy kid from Walmart. So
yeah, like why the fuck is that? Like Mason Ramsey, dude. I just don't. He's not a good dude. Oh man, that does piss me off, man. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, dude, it's cool to have a cute kid on stage and singing and whatnot. It sells records, dude. But like, he's like older now. His voice is not as good as it was, dude. It's like, 'cause he's growing still. Like he's going through fucking puberty, dude. He's like 16. Yeah. Like, you know, I feel like maybe when he gets around my age, you know, his voice will be, you know, a little bit more matured. He'll be able to do a lot more shit. I feel like Mason Ramsey would have a voice for that 90s country sound, along with some of the early 2000s music. I feel like he would bring that back in the next 10 years, 100% with his voice. He's not a bad singer, but he can't sing correctly right now because he's going through puberty. Like,
he's still maturing. He's still maturing. Yeah. He's still maturing at the end of the day.
Don't get me wrong, he's selling records, and I respect him. But shit, like the label needs to think about these things, man. Like for real.
No, they do that with a lot of these child stars, artists, musicians. They seem to forget. Yeah, they're cute when they're 9, 10, 11, and they got their little baby voice, but then all of a sudden they hit puberty, grow up, become a man, and that little high-pitched squealy voice they had, it's not there anymore. Now they got a man's voice, and it may not carry over and be able to sing or sound as well as it did before. So yeah, I don't know, man.
My headphones just totally died.
Oh, jeez, I hate when that happens.
There we go.
I always do one at a time.
My headphones died.
Yeah, I always do one at a time. That way, when one dies, I can put the other one in. But
yeah, dude. Going back to the whole Mason Ramsey thing, dude. He's gonna be a big artist one day. A bigger artist than he is now. 100%. I think he needs to get away from the record labels, dude. Like Brantley Gilbert, dude. I love Brantley, man, but the way they're making him look right now, they're making him look like a fucking douchebag with this fucking hair all spiked and shit. And I'm just like, dude, Brantley Gilbert was the bad boy of country music, and You know, I'm here to take over that spot. By the way, I'm gonna make that clear, everybody. I'm gonna take that spot over. And when this record comes out, dude, like there's a song on there called "Until I'm Dead," and I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You want to hear some heavy fucking country music? That's the song you're gonna want to listen to. Because there's a part in there where I say, "Not a bitch a reload, bad to the bone," something like that. Like, but like when it does it, dude, the way I say it, I don't know. There's just I got a lot of favorites on this record, man. But
yeah,
that song you're definitely gonna want to check out, dude. 100%.
Well, I'm gonna be listening to the whole album. Trust me on that. I'm gonna be listening to the whole album. You know, I like Brantley Gilbert. I love his music.
Yeah.
I'm over the whole tough guy thing though, because I'm like, dude, you're 5'0". Calm down. Calm down.
Dude, that's something I did realize, dude. Like I'm fucking taller than Brantley. I'm 6'2". He's like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, I'll listen to his music. I just can't watch his videos because I'm so over the tough guy act because you're a small little guy and when you're acting like a tough guy, you've got 14 monsters behind you. So like, I can't do it no more. But I do love his music, I'll listen to it. I'll throw it on.
Dude, I'm bumping Dirty Money every day right now, bro. Dirty Money's a badass song and Off the Rails. I love that song.
Yeah.
I mean, I love his new album, dude. It's coming out. The rest of it's coming out soon. But the singles he released, bro, badass. I loved it.
Yeah.
I just don't like how they're making him look now. Because you know it's the labels doing it. There ain't no way that motherfucker's dressing himself like that. You know? Like, and honestly, another thing I really would like to see happen, I think, and I'm pretty sure Upchurch talked about this too. I think the CMAs need an independent nomination scene.
I agree.
Dude, and that would bring more. Dude, the country scene would be so much bigger if the fucking mainstream would stop being like, "Hey, you can't show rebel flags and shit."
Yeah,
I think that if they would let us onto the CMAs, that it would grow country music and people would be able to collaborate. Like, dude, Upchurch and Brantley Gilbert and Justin Moore. Can you imagine that song? Can you imagine a song that has those three on it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that would be a ridiculous fucking song, is what that would be.
Yeah, it would be a fucking #1 hit for months, dude. But they won't do that. And Church, from what I've heard, he's already got songs with Brantley, but they just won't release them because they're not allowed to.
Yeah, well, and that's that's the other downside with the labels, and with talking to having these sit downs with you and other artists and stuff. And, I'm learning a little bit more, behind the scenes, but I think this is more of everybody knows this. They tell you how you're supposed to look, act, talk, everything like that. Hell, Aaron Lewis, when he got away from his label, he did a whole album damn near when he did his country album. He had a song on there that basically broke down. He was miserable as hell when he was with Stained because he wasn't doing the style of music he wanted. They made him look and act and dress a certain type of way that wasn't him. And when he was finally able to break away from that label and do his own stuff, he was so much happier.
Yeah, and he became a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, dude. Like, Aaron Lewis, Ryan Upchurch, Brantley Gilbert are my three biggest people I look up to. I haven't got to meet any of those three people yet, but I've talked to Ryan a few times on Instagram. He followed me and he liked my music and shit.
Hell yeah.
But to be able to sit down, like when I talked to Justin Time, when I talked to him face to face, and he talked to me about 20, 30 minutes, he gave me so much advice, but I feel like some advice he gave me was also kind of wrong. One piece of advice he gave me was wrong. He told me that I can't record $1 million music in a $2 studio. Untrue. So he told me. And now that's not him being a dick. It's him giving me what he knows. I'm not, no way am I knocking Justin for this. Okay. But I will tell you this. I record everything from a home studio. Jay has about $30,000 worth of equipment. He's got fucking professional monitors. He's got fucking professional mics, everything you need to have a studio. We have power mixers that are fucking crazy. I don't remember them by brand, whatever, but I just know how to use them. We have slate mics. We have universal audio volt mixers and stuff.
There you go.
We have that. We have Cubase 11 Pro. We use. We've upgraded everything, dude. Like we're about to start. He wants to start a podcast soon as well.
Yeah, nice.
And like I've recorded all of my music from that fucking house with the studio. That's only a couple blocks down the street from me. All of my music has came from that house pretty much. Yeah. And that's something that I wanted to tell him. I just didn't tell him, but he gave me a lot of advice. He gave me was good. And I told him to his face, I don't want nothing from you. I just want advice. And if I had a chance,
just want to pick his brain a little bit.
Exactly. And that's what I want. Like I talked to Ward Davis too. He wrote a lot of Cody Jinks songs. He gave me a lot of advice. I talked to Oliver Anthony. He gave me advice. I never once asked these guys for anything. I always ask them for knowledge. Like Ryan, whenever I get a chance to talk to Ryan one day, I'm not going to ask him for a song. I'm not going to ask him for anything. I'm going to ask him, how can I be the smartest motherfucker in the room every time? No questions asked. That's how you're going to get far, not from getting a shout out or doing songs. It's cool to do songs with them, but like you want to know how they operate. That way you can do a better song with them if they want you on a track.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. It's worked for me. It's just my opinion. I got a couple artists I'm going to do music with in the future, but that's because I asked them how they operate first.
Yeah.
And like I'm the type of person where I wouldn't sign a record deal. I would sign a booking deal for 1 year just to know how they would do things so I could start my own.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I mean? Like that's the type of person I am.
Yeah, I'm going to learn how to do this so then I don't need you people no more and I'll just do my own thing. The hell with everybody.
Pretty much. And the only person I'll never replace is Jay. Like when I need recordings done, I'm going to fly Jay out to North Carolina and I'm just going to pay him to stay at my house for a week. He's going to record an album in a week.
Yeah.
Pretty much, dude. I'm never going to
bang it out.
Yeah. Our team.
Yeah. Bang it out, man. You got everything ready, rock and roll, man. Just fucking bang out that album. And I'm going to have to reach out to Jay, because.
Oh, yeah, dude. Check out Heart Vein and check out 7 Days Away. I tagged him in my latest post. He has his Heart Vein is great. 7 Days Away. He's actually was signed to a record deal back in the day. He has songs in The Punisher. Badass musician, dude. He's the reason you might hear a lot of me. Well, I should say a lot of him and me, but when you listen to his music, you'll hear where I get my techniques from. 100%. Yeah. Like you'll know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to him as well.
Yeah, he's a really good guy, man. He's the only guy in the industry or out of my friends or anybody in my life besides my mama who has never done me wrong.
Hell yeah.
I can say right now that him and my mama have never done me wrong my whole life. Just them two in my life. And Jaden now as well. Jaden hasn't done it wrong to me either, so she's probably a third. But as of right now, 100% Jay and my mother are the only two people in my life that's never done me wrong. So
I know that feeling. That list is very short for me as well.
Yeah. But that's just like saying, you'd rather have four quarters than 100 pennies. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I learned a long time ago, and there's been people that have come and gone since we've started doing this podcasting thing, other podcasters and they burnt me, but I'm so quick I'm so quick to be like, yeah, let me help you out. Let me show you. Now I've become 3 years down the road. Now I'm a little bit jaded and I'm a little bit of an asshole where it's like, I mean, you're only hitting me up. I mean, I'm popping in, checking out your show, chatting with you. I'm telling people about your show, but I mean, you can't reciprocate. It's common courtesy. You can't pop in and say what's up, or give a little shout out from time to time. Like, all right, that's cool. I'm done. I'll shout out to people, the real ones that are out there, you know. But outside of that, yeah, I'm good. I'm a jaded asshole now. I'll be that asshole. I'll be that guy. But
it's okay to be that guy though, because that's no one's going to be able to take advantage of you like that. Like a lot of people these days take kindness for weakness, and that's something that that's a no for me. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm quick to help, man, but then it's just like, wow, you really just you, and then you go get butthurt when I call you out on one of my shows and make fun of you and call you a piece of trash.
Like that, you see that dude I told you about earlier while we was backstage about that.
Yeah.
That story about me. He was so quick to backpedal, and as soon as he backpedaled, he asked me for something. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, what?
I'm good. I'm checking out, man. Hey, I'm gonna flip that switch real quick.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that. That's another thing. The older you get, like I've somehow realized, man, the older I get every year, the more like I feel like I grow 10 times faster because I've experienced a lot more than people my age. You know, like there's people my age who are still sitting in their dorms eating ramen noodles, gonna be paying their fucking college tuition until they die. And I'm over here a high school dropout. I've been on billboards across my hometown. I've been on 2 online magazine articles. I've been on podcasts. I've performed on big stages, and I'm about to go on a tour next year. I've done it all on my own. And I didn't need a high school diploma, didn't need college, didn't need none of that shit. All I needed was my 2 hands and my voice. That's all I need. Yeah. That's all you need. If you love something and you're good at it, or if you love something you know you could be good at it, fucking do it, because you will be good at it eventually. You know, like
run with that. Yeah, run with that shit. You know, and you know, and learn. You know, don't be afraid to make a mistake. I tell people that all the time. You could go back and you could listen to the first 100 episodes of the podcast, and it was and I would say 50% of it was trash. But you go back and listen to the beginning, and you listen to where we are today, and it's a complete 180 turnaround. And I can speak for myself personally. I know when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, hey, I'll just turn a microphone and a camera on, and I've created a podcast. I didn't know how much work went in behind the scenes, you know. And now,
dude. I know people who run podcasts, dude. I can tell you it's a lot of fucking work, and especially like the small clips you got that some of them have to cut up into, and dude, it's a lot of fucking work, dude. Like a lot of people think, like with musicians, they think it's just go into the studio and just sing. No, that's not how that works.
No. And I've had to teach myself how to do all this stuff because I didn't know how to do any of it. And then it's like, well, you know, now I got the hang of it. I'm doing one show. Like we were doing Nonsensical Nonsense 3 nights a week. Well, now I'm hosting 6 different shows. I host a men's mental health podcast, this interview show, a comedy-based news show, a wrestling show with my son. You know, him and I are both big wrestling fans. And then, oh hell, we'll have to pull you up on the wrestling show and have you talk some wrestling.
You were playing Cody Rhodes' theme song, bro. I had to do the whoa thing, bro.
I love that damn thing. I love that damn theme song. And that was meant to be like a throwaway intro for this song. I was just building something real fast, and I'm like, actually, I think I'm going to keep it, and I want to reach out to that band as well. You know, I want to
in Indiana.
So I want to reach out to that band, and I want to get permission because I always ask permission before I play anybody's music, except in this case. But I want to extend that intro and actually make a better intro with it. That, or I'm going to have a buddy of mine cover it for me, and then use that, because I learned from doing these interviews that's one of the ways to get around with copyright, where we get copyright strikes sometimes with some of the music we play. If you play a cover of it,
well,
because
I'll give you this,
technically
man.
It's a different song.
You can play anything you want on here, man. You can play anything you want. Dude, speaking of covers, holy shit, I forgot to even mention this. I did a cover of Something in the Orange, dude, and it just like, I was like, huh, people like this. So it's on my record.
That first night I had you up, I had actually pulled.
You want to know something crazy about that too? That whole song is I did it in one take. I want it to be. I do this thing called live in the studio. I'm gonna put it on every album where it's me doing a cover of a song where it's just me and a guitar, one take. It's on. I want people to feel like they're sitting right in front of me, like I'm in their living room playing them a song. That's how I want it. So you'll hear them. Yeah, you'll hear the white noise a little bit from the mic, but I like that because there's no cuts. There's no. The only thing that's on my voice and the guitar is reverb. That's it. Just echo effects.
Yeah.
And I want it to be like that. I want it to be as authentic as possible. I want people to know that, like, hear the imperfections in my voice. Like if I miss a note, there are some imperfections on that song, but that's what makes the song, you know?
Yeah.
It makes it. You know, like you can't sing perfect live every time. Just not going to happen.
No.
You know? So, you know, that's another thing. Like I sing my songs, my newer songs, I sing them at least 500 to 1,000 times before I even put them out. That way, when I do it live, I sound almost identical.
Nice.
You know? It's like I'm training my voice before it comes out. Like I've seen these songs on this record, dude, so many times.
Nice.
So many times.
What's Jaden think about that? Because I'm assuming you're singing around the house and stuff like that. Do you ever drive her crazy when she's heard you? She
sing?
Actually
texted me today and told me she couldn't get something in the orange out of her head. And she even told me, she goes, every time I open my Facebook or TikTok, you're right fucking there.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's a good sign, though. You know, that's a good sign if she's seeing you everywhere. You know, that's good. I always wonder that about I one of the artists I had on here a couple weeks back. He said he does that when he's learning a new song. He's playing it constantly. He said one day he was at home practicing and his wife came home and she yelled at him. He was in the garage. And she was like, "Really? Again?" He was like, "I haven't stopped singing it." He said it was just driving her insane, but it was a new song he was working on. So he was every day over and over and over again. And she was ready to strangle him.
Yeah, I've been, and Jaden's nice enough about it. I can tell when it's bothering her, but like usually when I'm like sitting out and if I'm out in the kitchen or she's watching her little vampire diary book, whatever the fuck it's called, I'll be in there jamming my music. Like today, she knows how to give me my space. Like that's something I will say about Jaden, dude. Not only is she like a wife to me, dude, like she does wifely things. Like she cleans the house when I don't ask her to do any of this shit, by the way. She just does it. Like she folds my laundry, she does all this shit, and she knows when to give me my me time. She's a great woman. She's great. I'm very blessed to have her in my life. No,
that's key too. Well, I was talking about that last night. We had the Southern Outlaws band on Men Caring for Men. And we were talking about that. Having a support system around you and people that are there to encourage you and push you and celebrate your successes, how important that is. Not only just in life, but especially in the entertainment world. You know, because my fiance is the same way. I know sometimes the podcasting drives her crazy because I do put a lot of time and energy into it. But she's one of my biggest cheerleaders. I mean, she was super stoked with the getting to go MC the concert for the Outlaws and putting it on her Facebook, tagging her friends in and making sure they seen it. And even the live show we did last Saturday, and it's where she works at, you know, and she was like, hey, they were doing their 1 year anniversary. And she was like, you know, my fiance has a podcast. I bet I can get him to come up. Like she championed that for me. And then I was like, yeah, duh, let's make it happen. You know, so it's nice when you have that. Thanks, buddy. That partner, like a real partner and somebody who not only supports you in your dreams and what you want to do, but also in life too. You know, you because we all realize, you know, everybody says relationships are 50-50. They're not, because you know, there's some days where I may only have 10% that I can put into anything, you know, and Nikki's right there with that 90%, or vice versa. You know, you're a partnership, you're a team. So when you have somebody like that, you definitely hold on to her tight and don't screw it up.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, when I wrote Blacked Out was about her and I almost breaking up, dude. And and the song was about why, and I was blaming myself because honestly, man, I do have a short fuse at times. That's why I said some say I'm Johnny Cash, you know, because like,
Yeah.
you know, him and Jim Carter, you know, he had his pissed off moments, you know, and like I've gotten a lot better. She's just, dude, she's an angel, man. I'm telling you. And I don't say, I've never said that about a female in my life, dude. But I will tell you, Jaden is the most kindest, sweetest, calmest girl I think I've ever in my life shared my life with, dude. Like,
Nice.
that's a girl I'd actually considering marrying one day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, now I want to give it a longer time, but like in my mind, that's the first time I've ever thought about in my mind, I could marry this. I could see myself marrying this girl one day if she doesn't change up. I'm not saying she will. So you know, if she's watching this, don't hate me when I get home later.
She'll be waiting in the kitchen with a frying pan.
You know what I mean? But like, I know she won't. But like, I could honestly 100% see myself marrying that girl one day. You know, I don't have to post her to tell people we're happy. She doesn't have to post me to tell people that she's happy. People just know we're happy. Like we're still together. We're doing great things. You know, we go home. I spend time with her there. I don't need to spend time with her on Facebook.
Yeah. Like, right. No, exactly. You know, and you know, the sad part about it is I'll throw a random number out there and see if it sticks on the wall. But, you know, like 90% of those relationships that are all on social media and constantly, oh, my baby, my boo, my bobbity blah, most of those are fake.
100% fake because I've lived.
You know, it's to create an online image so that people don't know about the real life bullshit that you're going through. You know, you don't have to put all your business on social media, man. You know, if Mickey and I, you know, like if Mickey and I go out or we're out and about, yeah, we might throw it on Snapchat. We might put, you know, we'll post pictures from time to time on Facebook and whatnot, but it's not an all the time thing, you know.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. Like sometimes, you know, like if we're at a show, she'll post on Snapchat, you know, like, oh, she's like, oh, James is performing tonight, wish him luck or whatever. But like,
yeah.
We don't really post anything like that together. We just post what we want to post, you know, and I don't, that's why I'm saying I see all these people, like these girls getting like their ass grabbed by their man in a picture. I'm just like, dude, if you're just putting it out there like, hey, by the way, if this guy leaves me, you could do this too, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm happy. Look at my boyfriend grabbing my ass that no one else should see, but I want everyone to see anyway. You know, It's like, dude, no one wants to see that shit. Like, move it the fuck on, man. Like, you ain't happy.
Yeah, move along. Yeah. No, it's nice to find that person and, you know, and celebrate your victories, your wins and stuff like that. You know, like I said, with the last couple weekends, she was right there to celebrate right along with me, man. She was happy. And I you know, I'm sure there's some people that are lurking in the background and watching from behind the scenes who doubted me and doubted the podcast thing, and now they're, you know, hey, y'all in the background for a reason now. But just enjoy the show. I told you fuckers when you doubted me, enjoy the show because y'all gonna be big mad at the end of the day. You're gonna be big mad at the end of the day when you doubted me. Because there ain't no comebacks for you, you know.
I went to school with some assholes, dude, who also became rappers, and dude. I even tried to help one of them this year, and he screwed me over, obviously. But they were awful, and they asked me, "Can you do a feature with me? Can you share my shit?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm not even that big of an artist." Well, you know, I just want to do a song with you because it'd be cool to do a hometown thing. I listen to a song. It's just them doing this, fucking like rapping about bitches and hoes and going, "Hey, fuck a plug, fucking." I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I have a song on this album, and where I'm like rapping a little bit in a way, and it sounds better than that shit, in my opinion. Not just because I did it, because I'm not going fuck, plug, motherfuck, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm using actual big words in a very flow-like way that's actually on time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy what you can accomplish if you actually sit down and take the time to do something of quality, of substance, if you will. You know,
like,
you don't just
dude, like one of the words in it, it goes like, no heart you can find with, I'm the silence, I've done it all before, in the shadows of defiance.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard to put effort into something if you love it. If you love it, but there's a difference between being loving something and being obsessed with it. If you're obsessed with it, you're 100% going to fucking succeed no matter what. You know, if you just love it, you can say, "Oh, I love TV. I love watching movies. I love eating food." But you know, but like if you get obsessed with watching movies, you'll know every actor, you'll know every line, you'll know everything. If you're obsessed with eating food, you'll know what the fuck everything you're eating on it, like every fucking thing you're eating on it. Just like if you're obsessed with music, you know everything, highs, lows, fucking mids, general production work. How does this drum beat make this drum beat coincide together when it comes to the hook and the verses? How does it lead into it? You know everything because you're obsessed with it. Like you podcasting, you're obsessed with it. I'm sure you know everything, what goes in, what goes out, what you need to do, what you shouldn't do. How can you make this more entertaining? You know, like you know all of this shit, and you ask yourself that same question because you're obsessed with it, and that's how you become better.
Nikki and I
it's
had
all
that
a chain
conversation.
reaction, man. Life is a chain reaction.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, we were talking before the show, and we have the same mentality and the same mindset. Quality over quantity any day of the week, man. Like I will sit here and I had to stop listening to my own podcast because I'm my own fucking worst enemy, man. And it's like, the guys were good. You know, if it's on one of the shows with my co-host, and if I'm not by myself, I'm like, the guys are good, but man, I really fucked up. I could have done this better. I should have said it this way. I should have. That joke fell flat. I should have said it differently, whatever. And then I'm consumed with it. So the next time I'm on air, the next time I'm doing a show, all that shit's running through my head and I can't focus. And then I'm like, fuck, this is bad because I'm in my own head. So it's like, all right, I know where my strengths are. So we're going to stick to that. And we'll just work on improving. And I had to stop listening to playbacks. And, you know, I know I make mistakes and stuff like that, but hey,
with you, I bet it's more pressure because if you fuck up, you're live. If I fuck up, I can just cut it. You know, so I can't imagine the pressure you're under with that shit, dude.
Man, that's why I said, you know, we just learn to roll with the punches. If we have internet issues or sound issues or, you know, sometimes on our shows when we're together, when I got my other guys with me, we do a thing. If somebody says a joke and if it's a bad joke, either we bust their balls for it right off and we're all pretty quick-witted, or we just go silent and let it simmer and let you think about what you just did. So and we just roll with the punches, man. And we do the live shows because we enjoy having the chat when the chat's active and they're going and sometimes there's podcasts that I listen to because there's a lot of podcasts that I enjoy. And it's like, man, I wish that they do something live because you're listening to it and you want to interact. And it's like, I can't interact because I can send them a message, but that don't mean that they're going to respond or anything else. And then you get live distractions like this.
I'm going to bed.
Did you take a shower?
Yeah.
Wash your balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ate pizza for dinner.
Okay. All right. Did you clean up your doorway? If I kill myself trying to come in there and wake you up in the morning, we're going to have issues.
Don't worry. I'll make you
Love you, buddy. Good night.
And he seems very respectful, man.
He's a trip. That's my little homie. That's my little dude. Don't tell my girls; they'll get all butt hurt because Apparently, parents aren't allowed to have a favorite. Well, I do. He's my favorite.
Well, I do. He's my favorite.
My girls are assholes.
Man, well, that's why you got a wife. There you go.
Yeah, no, I love all my kids. They're all they're. I got 3 of them. My oldest one, she just turned 19. I got 19, 15, and 11, and they've been fun to watch grow up because each one of them have their own personality and stuff like that. And he's by far the happiest dude in the world. Lives on his own planet. No fucks to give about anything. You know.
Just chilling.
Yeah,
Just chilling.
He thinks he's a big shot because he's got a podcast now, and I'm like, I mean, it was one of
apple fall.
Yeah,
fall from the tree.
No, and it was one of those things. You know, we talk about people screwing you over, and you know, call a spade. You know, using you for whatever reason. There was a podcast we used to be associated with, and they would do wrestling picks for some of the bigger pay-per-views, and they invited us up back when I guess they still needed something from me or the network or whatever, and they invited him up because they knew he was a wrestling fan. And then the next big pay-per-view came up. They said at the end of that one, man, it was great having you on, Cash. We'll have you on at the next one. Well, they didn't send the invite for the next one, and he was kind of bummed out. I was like, this kind of sucks, you know. Like, I don't care that you didn't invite me, but you told my kid you were going to invite him up, and he's bummed out. And I was like, you know what, dude? I've got a network. You want to do a wrestling show? We'll do our own picks. So he was like, hell yeah, man! We did that, and then now it's just turned into we do it every other week when he's here, and he's having fun. And we had a buddy of mine come up last week, and he got all excited because he had his first guest on the show, and I was like, I mean, there's other wrestling fans out there. I said, hell, some of the guys that I interview might be wrestling fans. We can bring them up and do picks with us and stuff like that. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm working on trying to get some like underground local wrestlers and stuff to come on and be guests on the show. So I'm hoping
that'd be awesome, dude.
Like, I'm hoping I can land a few of them. Yeah, OVW is still there, and one of the podcasts that I was talking about, they actually interviewed Al Snow when they were on the network with us.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna actually reach out to Al because I've talked to him once, just real briefly on Insta, but I'm gonna reach out to him and see if there's a possibility that maybe we could interview a couple of his guys because he basically runs OVW. So
yeah, a lot of big names come out of OVW, like Brock Lesnar, Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, a lot of big fucking names, man. Like that'd be great. I bet your kid would be stoked about that, man.
Oh yeah, he would lose his mind. So I'm gonna see if I can work my little magic and basically do the same thing. Have them come up, hang out, talk a little wrestling, and you know, maybe even one of the pay-per-views, see if they want to do picks with us or something like that. But yeah, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, so you know, I go way back into like the 80s.
I used to play WWE on the trampoline when I was a kid.
Yep. Yeah. We used to do that. Me and my buddies we all had that same, we're going to be professional wrestlers when we grow up.
Yeah. Man. That shit was always fun, dude. I still watch it to this day. I've only got to go to one live event. I still watch it though, man. I'm glad I started watching it again when Triple H started, when he took over. When Paul Levesque took over, that's when the WWE became better. When CM Punk and Randy Orton both came back, that's another thing. I said I wouldn't watch WWE anymore until CM Punk came back because I'm a CM Punk guy. I'm a Randy Orton guy. I like those guys the best. When CM Punk left, I was like, bro, they must have done something bad to him. So I read more about WWE, and I was like, man, Vince is a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. So when CM Punk came back, I literally said to myself, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
So here we are. I'm back to watching it right now.
I think a lot of WWE fans said that same thing. Was like, holy shit. When that music, I know we were watching that pay-per-view. When his music crazy, hit, bro. I was like, holy shit. I never thought Cody would come back to WWE.
Dude,
Dude, I lost my damn mind when I heard Cody's music hit because I followed him when he left WWE. I was watching New Japan.
did
I
he
was
help build
watching
AEW?
Yeah, he was one of the founders of AEW.
Yeah.
And I was watching AEW. I'm a huge Rhodes family fan. You know, I grew up watching. I grew up watching Dusty. Always been a fan of Dustin, and then I was a fan of Cody when he first came around. And I was like, yeah, when he came back, I lost my mind. But yeah, we'll have to get you come up on the show with Cash and I one night and talk some wrestling.
100%. I'm down.
One of the pay-per-views, we'll have you come up and do picks with us.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down.
He always liked it. He's new. He's new into the wrestling world. So, but he's all about it, man. He got all the fake action. Every time we go to the store, I wind up buying him a new wrestler or two new wrestlers. And like his birthday was back in July, all he wanted was wrestlers, so or stuff to go with his wrestlers. And I'm like, okay.
Dude, I had so many wrestlers when I was a kid, man. I should have just given away. I threw them away one day because I was like when I was 14, but I should have given away, dude. I had a whole tote of. I had like 70 wrestlers, dude.
Yeah.
That I've accumulated from like the time I was 5 years old until I was 14. It was crazy.
Yeah, just I think he's up to almost 40 that he's picked up that he's accumulated in like the last year and a half. Because like I said, every time we go to Walmart or something like that, I'm like, yeah, you can get another one. And then for his birthday, that's all he wanted. So I bought him a couple. And then there's like quote unquote flea market. I don't know. It's a nerd extravaganza. It's got like old school classic games and throwback toys and the Funko Pops and all that. But then they've got a whole fucking wall of wrestlers. So I took him there for his birthday, and I was like, just pick out 4 of them. I was like, I don't care how much they were. Well, I didn't say I didn't care how much they were because the one pack he wanted, it was a 4-pack of wrestlers, but it was like $400. And I was like, yeah, let's not do that.
It was not.
But so yeah, like in the last year and a half, I think he's up to almost 40 wrestlers. But
damn,
he's in like having his own show now. He's just like, dude, he's living his best little 11-year-old life right now.
Man, let him live it up, man, because this world's dark, dude. Let him live it up, dude. That's why I'm afraid of what's going to happen when I decide to have kids one day, dude. Like, how's the world going to be? You know, like, that's really what scares me, dude, is that I want to have a kid one day. Like, well, to be honest with you, I almost did have a kid last year. I was supposed to have a daughter. Her name was going to be Georgia Lynn. And me and my ex, we lost her. But you know,
it's tough.
Yeah, that one got me. That one stung me. But something I do thank God for is that I had a dream. We both had a dream the night after it happened, and we both had the same dream of the same little girl that looked exactly like us. She had her eyes. She had like blondish, brownish hair, just like mine. Well, just like mine. I was like a mixture of my hair and her hair together. She had her eyes. No, she had my eyes, and she had her like facial features. And dude, like her name was gonna be Georgia Renee Lynn Luker. That was gonna be her name. And and you know, sometimes things don't work out the way you plan, and that's fine. But you know, I guess I'm more thankful that she's okay. She's in heaven. But you sit there, you think, and you're like, man, this world isn't that great. I'm in no position to bring a child in this world. I would just make that child miserable. And I have a career to do, and I can't do that when I have a child. And that's not me trying to be selfish. It's just me speaking facts, you know?
Yeah, no, man. You know, we make, you know, I put this podcasting thing on a back burner, and it may have hurt me. It may not have hurt me with how successful I may or may not be, or collectively as a network, me and my guys, you know. But you know, I had my kids. I was 24 when my oldest one was born, and I was, you know, we make sacrifices and choices for our kids, but at the same time, if you're not ready and you want to focus on your career, man, focus on your career and have babies when you're ready. And
exactly. I didn't even mean it. Georgia was an accident, but it was a stupid accident that could have been easily prevented.
Yeah.
You know? that was just me being a dumbass. I've learned from my mistakes now, obviously. But that girl was not the right girl for me, actually, either. She did a lot of bad things to me. When that happened, I thought she was the greatest gift of all time, and I did a lot for that girl. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but all in all, I'm just glad things ended up the way they did.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that they did, because my life could have been fucking hell. It could have been hell. It ain't hell. I thought it was hell now, but I think about it, I'm like, dude, if that would have went through, oh man.
Yeah, right. It could have. Things could have been a lot worse than what they actually were. But
Exactly.
yeah, man. What the heck is going on here? I got random fucking windows just opening up on their own on my laptop.
Hey, what time is it, if you don't mind me asking?
10:00. We're about at that mark. We're getting ready to wrap up.
Yeah, I was about to say, 'cause I don't know when my mother's gonna be here. I don't want to just walk in and shit.
What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I'm doing a podcast. She's like, oh, all right.
All right, whatever. No, man. This is just what I did and what I'm still doing. When it comes time for you to become a dad, just let your kids be kids, man. Let them keep their innocence as long as they possibly can. And he's 11. I don't know what the standard age is when they stop believing in the tooth fairy and Santa and stuff like that. He still believes in Santa Claus. I'm like, if he's 18 and still believes in Santa Claus, I don't care. More power to you. And I'm thankful for his older sisters because they play along with him every year at Christmas time. Man, we got the elf on the shelf. They play right along with them. Just let them keep their innocence for as long as they possibly can, man, and let them be kids. We're gonna be there for them, to protect them from this crazy world that we live in. We're gonna do our part. But I think one of the best things that I did was just let my kids be kids and hold on to their innocence as long as they possibly could at the end of the day.
Exactly, man. That's a really good thing, man. That's a good thing.
So, and like I said, we'll do our jobs, and I hate to break it to you, you're going to doubt yourself every step of the way because, like I said, I got a 19-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old, and there's not a day that don't go by where I'm like, man, did I screw these kids up? Did I screw up as a dad? Was I a good dad? Was I a bad dad? Whatever. But, as long as they're healthy, happy, and they got the things they need, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Don't stress too much about having kids. But, brother, I do appreciate you coming back up here, man. And I'll go ahead and let you know, there's a few people that have an open door invitation anytime, any show, and you're one of those guys, man. If you ever see us, if you ever see us live doing something and you jump in the chat and hey, let me get that link, I'm sending it to you.
I got you. Hey, man, I might just pop up when you least expect me, man. That's how I like to make my insurance.
Pop up anytime. You are welcome here. You are part of the Nonsensical family, my friend. And
yes, sir. I appreciate you. Hey, you part of the James Luker fan, man. I call it Rebel Squad. You part of the Rebel Squad fan, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
yeah. That's what's up.
I want to say I do appreciate you. You coming across my music and inviting me on. Not once but twice, and now giving me an open invitation. And I appreciate your fans coming out and watching and understanding who I am and listening to my story and listening to us talk. And I really appreciate the conversation, dude. It was really, really awesome, man. I can tell you're a very genuine guy, and I really appreciate that, dude. Because I talk to a lot of people, and you can just tell that that's not who they are. I really appreciate you being genuine with me and treating me like I'm a human being and not talking to me like I'm a fucking robot. I really appreciate you. You're cool as fuck, and you're welcome at any one of my shows. If I'm around you, man, you're welcome at any one of my shows. I'll pay your entryway. Okay, I got you.
Hey, like I said,
you with us, and I'll have one rolled up for us. I got you, bub. If you smoke, I got one.
I don't smoke, but I'll be back. I'll be back there with you. I don't smoke, but I'll do a little drinky drink.
Yeah, come back there, man. Hang out with us, dude. I'm sure McBan and everyone else, the people I'll be touring with, they'd love to have you back there, dude. And hell, they might want to do a podcast with you. I guarantee you 100%. So I guarantee you I can get you some more people to talk to. I like what you're doing, man. So the bigger I get and with my music career, the more I'm going to mention your name, dude. It's whatever I can do to get your name out there like you've done for me. I really appreciate it.
I truly appreciate that too, man. That means a lot. You know, like I said, I'm just like you guys. I'm just coming up in this game. I'm just in a, you know, we're all entertainers. I'm just in a
Yeah.
different entertainment world, but I'm just like you guys, man. I'm just coming up in this game.
It's all in art, dude. It's all in art.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
it is. And I respect all
So-
forms of art, man.
No, that
Yeah,
like I said, I do appreciate you coming up here. And when you guys, like I said, you let me know, and I'll be looking for them tour dates. So when you're in Ohio, I don't care where it's at, we'll be there. You know,
I
if
got
I got to
you,
take time
Bubba.
off work, whatever. Shoot, Nikki
Yes,
and I
sir.
like to go on little road trips, little mini vacations, if you will.
Yeah, I
So-
got you, Bubba. I'll be. It's gonna be next summer, so it won't be cold out. We'll be probably out at a festival or something like that. man.
Nice.
So it'll be
Nice.
cool. You know, it's gonna be outside, usually not fucking cold as fuck like you know it gets.
Yeah, the unfortunate side of living in the Midwest.
Yeah, dude, that's the
Figured-
reason I'm back south, man. Fuck this.
Hey, I'm right there. I'm right there with you, brother. As soon as little man graduates, and unless I can do it sooner, because I know he wants to. He was born in Charleston, and he wants to go back to Charleston. But as soon as he graduates, or if we can do it sooner, I'm going right back down to Charleston. I done told Nikki. She said, "I'm on board. Let's go."
Yeah,
I was like, "I'm gonna get by the ocean again. I'm gonna be where it's warm. I don't got to deal with the cold. I don't got to deal with the snow. Nothing. I'm just gonna be happy and content." But I'm gonna play. Oh hell, I lost it. Where the hell is it at? I'm gonna wrap the show up with "Blacked Out." Like, I love this damn song.
Hey,
I was-
well, I appreciate you.
I was driving down the road. I was pulled into the gas station yesterday, and I was getting gas, and I had it cranked up when I pulled in. There's this dude beside me in his car, and he said, "Who the hell are you listening to?" I said, "Buddy of mine, James Luker." And he said, "I ain't never heard of him." I said, "Pull him up on Spotify or on YouTube real quick." And he pulled it up. And he said, "What were you listening to?" And I told him. He turned it on right there in the gas station. And I came out of the gas station. He was like, "I like this. I'm gonna be checking him out more." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
Hey,
And
man,
I
I
just
appreciate
I
that,
just
Bubba.
pulled just pulling into the gas station, just minding my own damn business. And I had it, and I'm not typically stereo crank guy pulling into the gas station. I just left the gym. I had to get gas, and I wanted to get something to drink, and I just had it up before I turned it down. He heard it, and he was just like that. He was like, "Oh, I like that sound," and he was listening to it when I come out. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be listening to more of him." I said, "You got an album coming out here in a couple weeks." So,
I do, dude. I really appreciate you, man. That means a lot, dude. I appreciate you spreading the love, man. And I'm gonna do vice versa for you. And I want everyone who's watching. Since you spoke the record, I got to plug myself real quick.
yeah, let everybody know where they
September
can find you.
21st, the record's coming out. Yes, sir. The record will be out on all streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes. I don't care if you steal it, as long as you're listening to it. That's all I care. Okay, so y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all love the record. And leave me some feedback, leave some comments and leave comments on there. Even if you hate the music, tell me you fucking hate it and leave it in the comments. I want to know why you hate it so I can
Yeah.
make it better.
So I could be better
I
about
love
it.
feedback. So give me feedback from anybody. That's why I love reaction
Mm-hmm.
channels, dude. So, hey, I appreciate it.
There you go. I knew I had that somewhere. I was like, I know I have that somewhere. Yeah, y'all go give him a follow. Show him some love. You guys will be seeing his face here on the Nonsensical Network, I'm sure. As well, you'll get to see him around here. We're gonna have him up. I'm gonna have him up on Cash's Corner. We're gonna do some wrestling picks. I gotta look and see when the next pay-per-view, the big pay-per-view is. I think Bad for Blood, or Out for Blood, or Bad Blood, or whatever the hell it's called, is coming up here soon. Maybe we can make something happen. We can do like picks. You can come up and do picks with us.
Yeah, I'm down.
We do. Yeah, well, we do like football picks for the pay-per-views. And
Yeah,
then
if you want me on
score.
football picks too, I'm all day long with that too, bro.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
football talk too, man. I'm a big football guy too. So,
Nice. We do that. We
Yeah.
do that every Sunday. We do that. We'll be doing that every Sunday at noon. We're going to do 12 to 1. So we're going to run it right on into the actual kickoff. We'll be doing picks and talking a little bit about each game. So, hell, I can just email you the link every Sunday. And if you're available, pop up. If you're not, don't worry about it.
Fuck yeah. All
Because
right, that works for me.
actually, my co-host, one of my co-hosts is a former guest of this show, Derek Wayne Douglas. He hit me up and he was like, "Man, I'd love to do that show with you. I know you've been talking about wanting to do a football show," and I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it, bro." So he's starting starting this upcoming Sunday. He said he'll be there every Sunday. So I would love to put a little panel of a couple, 3, 4, 5 guys together and do some picks and whatnot. But I'll just shoot you the email every Sunday, and if you're available, come up. If you're not, don't even sweat it.
Look, yeah, dude, I'm down, man. I appreciate that, Bo. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. See, that's what we're about. Spreading the love. We're spreading the love here at the Nonsensical Network.
Spread love, dude. And, and I don't know. I keep talking and talking. I know you're ready to end the show, but I just want to say authenticity and loyalty and respect are the 3 biggest things for me. And if you have those 3 things, you can sit at my table. That's
Hell
the
yeah.
only thing I want from people.
I heard that. No, I'm the same way. Who you see on this camera doing these goofy ass podcasts is the exact same person you're gonna get in real life. And yes, that's another reason my fiance is a saint, because this wild card that you see on the podcast is the same wild card she has to live with day in and day out.
Feel it, man. I feel it, Bo. I feel it, Bo.
Yeah. But no, man, I know I got nothing but love for you, brother. I can't wait to see where this journey takes you. I can't wait to until I pull up the Instagram one day and you're selling out stadiums and arenas. And hopefully one day the CMAs will open their eyes and I think it's safe to say that if they do an independent artist circuit or something like that, or an award for independent artist, or even if somehow your independent status puts you on the mainstream trajectory, I hope one day to see you walking across that stage on the CMAs with getting an award for something. So
yeah, that would be awesome, man. But I don't think they like me because my boots may be too dirty for the red carpet. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, right.
Pull up one day, we'll see.
Yeah, pull up in an old dirty truck and jump out in some dirty boots and
fuck yeah, I'll have a dip in my mouth and everything. I don't give a fuck. I'll pull up on that red carpet and wipe my boots on it.
Hell yeah. And if you don't believe me, folks, well, go check out his music and then you'll become a believer. I do want, like I said, I want to wrap this show up with Blacked Out. It's one of my favorite ones. And then we'll get the hell out of here. I'll do my little network spiel and we'll get the hell out of here. If I can find the button.
Girl, I know you love me, but I'm crazy. I've always been a Mustang. Burning up back roads, I'm a bat out of hell. Trouble should be my last name. Ain't no doubt, girl, I'ma let you down. I'ma screw this up like everything else. Sometimes I wonder why the hell you even stuck around. 'Cause I get blacked out after more than a couple rounds. Drunk drive these horses all over town. Run from the law, get locked up, crack a smile in my mugshot. Some say I'm Johnny Cash. I can flip a switch when I'm pissed off, mad girl. I know I'm never gonna learn. When I get blacked out, I just crash and burn. I just crash and burn. Cracking bottles and pouring out some rounds, drinking and smoking till my heart gives out. Yeah, guess I've always lived in the flame. Learned from a young age how to drown the pain. I don't think I'm ever gonna change. Trust me when I say you don't want my last name. Don't get attached if I were you. I would leave and never look back. 'Cause I get blacked out after more than a couple rounds. Drunk drive these horses all over town. Run from the law, get locked up, crack a smile in my mugshot. Some say I'm Johnny Cash. I can flip a switch when I'm pissed off, mad girl. I know I'm never gonna learn. said my last name got Jack D and a lot of THC. Praying on a wrap this old 3 around a tree. Cause I get back down after more than a couple rounds. Drunk, drive these horses all over town. Run from the law, get locked up. Crooked smile in my mugshot. Some say I'm Johnny Cash. I can flip a switch when I'm pissed off, man. Girl, I know I'm never gonna learn. When I get blacked out, I just crash and burn. I just crash and burn. Yeah, I do.
Hell yeah. If you like that song, I have a feeling that the album's going to be full of, as the kids say, bangers just like that, one right after another. Y'all, shout out to James Luker, man. Much love to you, brother. I appreciate having you on. I'm looking forward to talking to you more down the road. Wow. What a fun show. What a fun conversation. That's a good dude right there. You know, the same thing he said about me, I could say about him. Authentic, real, genuine. He's a good guy. He's one of them real people that you want to have in your corner at the end of the day. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Replay viewers. Hopefully you enjoy. Shout out to everybody who was watching us live. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and go check out James Luker. He's everywhere. James Luker Music. Go show him some love. It's right up there on the screen. Go show him some love. While you're doing that, don't forget to check us out. We are everywhere as well. The Nonsensical Network, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. We do shows Monday through Sunday right here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and now Rumble. We got the Chatters box open. Don't be shy if you're watching us. Feel free to chime in. That's why the Chatters box is there, ladies and gentlemen. And you can listen to us any place, anytime, wherever you listen to podcasts at all at the Nonsensical Network, just like I said. Or you can simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All them links are there, including the link to our merch. If you guys feel inclined to buy our merch, nobody's making you. But if you'd like to, we'd appreciate that. Hell, I'm even going to buy some. But if you do buy some and you want to, send us a pic. And we'll throw it up on our socials and shout you out, man. It's the least we can do for thanking you for spending your cold, hard-earned cash to support our little network we got going on here. Speaking of the network, Mondays is Men Caring for Men. It's a men's mental health show. That's myself and Connor. We kick that show off about 7 p.m. every Monday night. Tuesday nights is Glick's House of Music, the show you're watching right now. Or listening to right now, whatever the case may be. We kick that off. I kick that off about 8 o'clock. I'm hanging out, interviewing. We call it an interview. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a little hangout. It's a chat session, man. We're having fun. We're hanging out. Up and coming local artists. Get some good people up in here. Wednesday nights is What the Fuck News. Tune in tomorrow night for What the Fuck News. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, well, it's probably going to make you say what the fuck as well. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to have fun with it. We kick that show off about 7 p.m. That's myself, Jeff, and whoever comes in. Sometimes it's Connor, sometimes it's Blaze. We never know who's going to show up that night, but it's always Jeff and I. Thursday nights, every other Thursday evening, early evening, about 6 o'clock, is Cash's Corner. We're talking wrestling. It's Cash, and myself. My son, if you guys don't already know that, and myself. And we're going to start bringing up friends of the network and friends of the show and having them take part in the conversation as well. Friday nights is my boy Blaze, and whose argument is it's anyways. He's usually kicking that off right around 9 p.m. on Friday nights. Saturday nights is the Coup de Grace, the main event. Yeah, that's it. The Coup de Grace, the main event. It is what it is. It is the foundation of this network. It is nonsensical nonsense, unhinged, unapologetic, comedy-based, good times for everybody. And we let the inmates take over the asylum, and we drop the link in the chatters box, and we call it the Open Door Challenge, and we challenge you to hit that link and come up on camera and hang out with us and have a good time. And we just have 2 rules. Please turn your camera on and put your pecker away. I hate that I have to ask that, but I do have to ask that. And then on Sundays, we have Jeff's Garage. Jeff and Benji doing their thing, talking about cars. If it fits in the garage and it's got a motor, they're going to talk about it. Also, on Sundays for the football season is Unnecessary Roughness. It's going to be myself, Derek Wayne Douglas, Cam when he's available. And from what it sounds like tonight, James Luker is going to be joining us. And I'll also drop the link in the chat. It'll be an open panel, open forum, if you will. If anybody wants to come up and join into the conversation, they are welcome. But we will be doing football picks and talking a little NFL, maybe a little fantasy football, but it'll be all NFL related. Also, on Monday nights, we do an open panel as well. And that's an invite to any and all men who want to come in and take part of the conversation, or if they got something on their chest they want to get off, something's bothering them, they're going through a dark time, they can come up and hang out with us. So there's plenty of options for interaction with you guys to come on camera and hang out with us as well. Hopefully you guys enjoy what we're doing here. I'm having a lot of fun. It is a lot of work. It's draining at times, but I love it. And I wouldn't be here doing it if I didn't love it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing. And don't be shy. Tell a friend about it. Drop a share. We'd greatly appreciate that. With that being said, much love, y'all. Try to be a good person. And as I always say, be good.